My name is Elizabeth, and at 70 years old, my body carries the weight of decades spent working this land in Vermont. My hands, calloused and worn, still know every groove of the apple orchard that gleams outside under the pale autumn sun. This farm is more than soil and trees. It's the heart of everything I lived with Samuel, my love, who passed away 15 years ago. Together, we planted apple trees, raised chickens, and on weekends, pressed fresh cider, the sweet scent filling the air as we laughed. This farm was our sanctuary, our legacy. I've kept it alive on my own, even when debt piled up and the cold wind tried to bend me. But nothing prepared me for what my daughter Amanda did today. Amanda came into our lives when Samuel and I had stopped hoping for children. A miracle at 45, we used to say, tears in our eyes. We spoiled her, gave in to every whim, maybe because we knew she'd be our only one. She grew up running barefoot through this orchard, but she never loved the farm like we did. "I want more, Mom," she used to say at 12, eyes sparkling, with dreams of skyscrapers and city lights. Now, at 25, Amanda feels like a stranger to me. She traded Vermont for New York City, where she lives in a fancy Manhattan apartment, managing marketing campaigns for brands I've never even heard of. Her life moves fast, meetings, expensive cocktail parties, and a phone that never stops ringing. She's single, no kids, and her career is everything to her. Meanwhile, me, with my apron and my apple trees, I don't fit into her world. Tonight's family dinner was supposed to be a joy, a rare chance to bring cousins, aunts, and neighbors together in our old white farmhouse. The table was set with a linen cloth, and the smell of homemade apple pie filled the air. I pushed through my back pain to prepare everything, hoping to see Amanda smile the way she used to. But when she arrived, wearing a designer coat and heels that echoed across the wooden floor, I felt a chill in my stomach. She barely looked at me, eyes fixed on her phone while everyone else chatted. After the main course, she cleared her throat, stood up, and flashed a smug smile that never reached her eyes. "Let's stop pretending this place has any value," Amanda said, her voice sharp as a blade, her gaze slicing past me like I wasn't even there. "I'm selling this dump. I got a multi-million-dollar offer to turn it into a luxury resort. And Mom, I'm buying you a brand new modern house. This place is falling apart. It's time for you to rest and get rid of all this pathetic debt." Silence fell over the room. Forks froze in midair. My heart pounded. The ground felt like it had disappeared beneath my feet. Rest? This farm is my life. Every apple tree holds a piece of Samuel. Every drop of cider we pressed is a living memory. "Amanda," I began, my voice shaking, "this land is our story. You grew up here. How can you say such things?" She scoffed, her perfect hair swaying. "Story? Mom, it's emotional junk. You're just an old woman clinging to useless trees while the world moves on. This house is a joke, and I won't let you trap me in this dump." Her words hit like punches. I saw the shock on the others' faces. Aunt Clara looked down. My cousin John coughed awkwardly. I tried again, my chest tight. "This orchard is more than trees, Amanda. It's what your father and I built. It's who we are." She laughed, a cruel sound that made me flinch. "Who we are? I'm not that ridiculous farmer you insist on being. I have a career in New York. I have contracts, a future. You and your apples are just a waste of time." The room buzzed with murmurs, but no one defended me. I felt the heat rush to my face, my hands trembling as they gripped the tablecloth. Amanda, my little girl who once picked apples with me, now looked at me like I was a burden, a relic she wanted to erase with a fancy house and a fat check. She may have grown up here, but the city changed her. In New York, she dashes from meeting to meeting, dazzles clients with her youth, parties in bars where one drink costs more than my monthly electric bill. To her, the farm is a mistake, just something in the way of her next big deal. "You'll Never understand what it's like to want more, she said, sitting down, like I had already lost. This resort will take me to the top, and one day you'll thank me for putting you in a home that doesn't look like a dusty museum. After the guests left, the house fell silent, Amanda's words still burning in my ears. I walked out to the orchard, the cold air biting at my skin. The apple trees, heavy with fruit, swayed beneath the moonlight, and I reached out to touch one, feeling its firmness. At 70, I'm no longer the young woman who planted alongside Samuel, but I still carry the strength we built here. My back aches, my knees protest, but my heart refuses to give in. This farm isn't just land. It's the sweat we poured into it, the cider we pressed, the love we created. Amanda may have forgotten, lost in the rush of New York, but I won't let this place die. I don't know how yet, but I will fight. For Samuel, for myself, and maybe, just maybe, for her too, my daughter, who I still carry in my heart, even after everything. If this story resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The phone rang in the afternoon, and my stomach twisted when I saw Amanda's name. "Mom, the sale papers are on their way," she said, her voice cold, like I was a stranger. "Just sign them. It'll be better for you. I already picked out a modern place for you in Burlington. No more of this messy farm stuff." I tried to speak, my chest heavy. "Amanda, this land is all I have. It's not just about money." She sighed, impatient. "Aren't you tired of being so stubborn? This farm is a hole sucking the life out of you. I'm doing you a favor. Grow up, Mom." She hung up before I could answer. I stared at the phone, hands trembling. Grow up? Me, the one who raised her with love, who held this farm together when everything was falling apart? The pain swallowed me, but I couldn't sit still. I walked to Aunt Clara's house just a few minutes away, needing someone who could see what Amanda refuses to. Clara, at 80, opened the door with a broad smile, her white hair in a tight bun, moving with the energy of someone who's never stopped. Her house smelled of fresh bread, and she pulled me straight to the kitchen, already pouring tea. "Tell me." "Everything, Elizabeth," she said, her eyes sparkling with that vitality I've always admired. I let it out, the words stumbling over each other. "Amanda wants to sell the farm, Clara. She called me ridiculous, said she's putting me in a new house like that would just erase my life." Clara slapped her hand on the table, laughing loudly. "Ridiculous? That girl has no idea what you're capable of. This farm is the heart of Vermont, Elizabeth. It's not just yours, it's ours." We sat at the table, and Clara started talking about the past, not with nostalgia, but with fire. "Remember the harvest fairs? People came from all over, just to taste your apple cider. We can bring that back, make this farm thrive again." Her idea lit a spark in me. "What if we turn the farm into a cooperative?" I suggested, barely believing the words. "A place where everyone plants, harvests, presses cider together?" Clara clapped her hands, laughing. "Yes, a harvest festival to show Amanda how wrong she is. We'll invite everyone, farmers, kids, even tourists. Let's fill this orchard with life." We planned it right there. Booths with fresh cider, gardening workshops, live music. Clara was already thinking of asking her granddaughter, who makes posters, to help promote it. "You'll see, Elizabeth," she said, hugging me. "This farm is going to be bigger than any resort dream." On the way back, I stopped at the village square, where old Tom was unloading jars of honey for the market. I told him about the sale and the co-op idea. "A resort? Here?" he said, scratching his beard, indignant. "This orchard is who we are, Elizabeth. Count me in." Young Sarah, the schoolteacher, overheard and came over, eyes wide with excitement. "I can bring my students to help with the festival. They love picking apples." Mr. Mendez, the tractor repairman, joined us, wiping his hands on a rag. "My wife makes apple jam. We can sell it at the festival, raise money for the cooperative." We talked for hours, ideas flying. A new cider press, a stage for local bands, even a trail through the orchard for tourists. For the first time in days, my heart felt light, like Samuel was smiling down from above. But the next week, reality hit hard. An envelope arrived, stamped with a New York law firm. Inside, the sale documents, Amanda's name in bold letters, like a challenge. I sat on the porch, the orchard dark before me, the weight of my 70 years pressing down. Amanda, my spoiled girl who got everything she ever asked for, is determined to take what I love most. But I can still hear the voices of Clara, Tom, Sarah, and Mendez echoing in my mind. I'm not alone. This orchard, with its apples gleaming under the moonlight, is more than just my story. It's all of ours. I will fight, even if it's just to remind Amanda of the girl she used to be, and the joy this place can still bring. The sale documents, with Amanda's name in bold letters, sit on the kitchen table like a weight I can't ignore. My daughter thinks she can erase this farm with a signature on a piece of paper and shove me into a new house I never wanted. The Harvest Festival, our chance to show what this farm means, is coming together, and I won't let Amanda win. The last few days have been a whirlwind. I gathered the community at the village church, where the scent of old wood mixed with the coffee Sarah brought. Aunt Clara, at 80, led the way like she was half her age, her white hair loose and her hands full of energy. We're gonna throw the biggest festival Vermont's ever seen, she announced, drawing laughter. Tom, his voice gravelly, suggested a new press for the apple cider, to fill up gallons for folks to take home. Sarah, always the practical one, laid out a plan. My students can decorate the stands and guide tourists through the orchard. We'll teach them how to press cider. Mendez, wiping his hands on a flannel rag, promised to fix the old tractor to haul apple crates. My heart beat faster with hope. I started planning booths for jams, pies, and fresh cider, a stage for the local band, and even a workshop for kids to learn how to plant seedlings. This will be better than any resort, Clara winked, and the room burst into applause. But it's not all easy. Money's tight, and suppliers charge a lot. Yesterday, while I was negotiating with a carpenter for the booths, I got a message from Amanda. Mom, sign the papers. Time's running out. Don't make me come out there. I read it over and over, my phone shaking in my hands. She doesn't ask how I'm doing. Doesn't mention if I need anything, doesn't talk about what I think of this decision she's trying to make for me. In New York, Amanda rushes from meeting to meeting, dazzling clients with her young smile. But here, in the stillness of the farm, I feel how far away she really is, my little girl who traded the scent of apples for city asphalt. I tried calling, but it went to voicemail. Amanda, please, come see what we're building, I whispered, knowing she wouldn't hear me. That night, alone on the porch, doubt crept in. What if the festival fails? What if Amanda's right, and I'm just a stubborn old woman clinging to the past? I looked out at the orchard, the apples glowing under the stars, and closed my eyes. God, guide me, I murmured, my voice low, as if the wind could carry my prayer. I'm not one to pray out loud, but in that moment, I felt a quiet strength urging me not to give up. When I opened my eyes, the vision of the festival felt clearer, more alive. It's not just about saving the farm. It's about reminding Amanda of what she's forgotten, showing her what this place still has the power to be. The next day, Clara showed up with her 20-year-old granddaughter Lily, who brought colorful posters for the festival. This place is going to be packed, Elizabeth, Lily said, spreading them across the table. Sarah organized her students to help pick apples, and Tom managed to get a discount on the new press. Even Mendez brought his wife, Rosa, who tested a new apple jam recipe that made my eyes water. It was that good. This'll sell better than Tom's honey. Rosa laughed, and we all burst out laughing with her. We invited Amanda to the festival, without mentioning the cooperative plan. I want her to see it for herself. But deep down, I'm scared. What if she comes and still doesn't understand? What if my little girl, who once loved this orchard, is lost for good? As I stack the last boxes of apples, I feel time pressing in. The festival is only days away, and the sale documents are still on the table, a reminder of everything I could lose. But the orchard is alive, filled with the sweet scent of fresh cider, and the community is with me. At 70, I may not have the energy I once did, but I have something greater, my love for this land, for Samuel, and, in spite of everything, for Amanda. I'll make this festival shine, even if it's my last fight, to show her that this orchard is more than just soil and trees. It's the home she once called her own. The festival dawns with the orchard sparkling under a blue sky. The apple trees, heavy with fruit, shine like jewels. I feel the weariness of weeks of organizing, but this morning my heart is light, beating with the life this place has always held. The booths are set up, the air sweet with the scent of fresh apple cider, and the community moves like a family. Aunt Clara rushes back and forth, her white hair loose, shouting orders with a smile that lights everything up. "Elizabeth, this is bigger than our dreams," she says, pulling me into a hug. But my eyes search for Amanda. I invited my daughter, without telling her about the cooperative, praying she'd see what this orchard means. The papers for the sale are still in the kitchen, the deadline looming, but today is about showing her, and myself, that this farm is alive. The festival pulses with energy. Children run among the trees, guided by Sarah and her students, who teach them how to pick apples, their laughter ringing like bells. Tom and Mendez run the new press, golden cider pouring into jars as tourists clap. Mrs. Rosa sells apple jam, swapping stories with customers, and Lily organizes lines for the planting workshop, her colorful posters shining in the sun. The local band plays a melody that makes feet dance, and the smell of warm pies mixes with birdsong, a perfect and simple synesthesia that warms the soul. I walk through the orchard, branches brushing my fingers, feeling the earth grounding me. Then I see her, Amanda stepping out of a rental car, her designer coat standing out, her expression slightly haughty and skeptical. My heart races. She's here. Amanda crosses the festival with firm steps, eyes narrowed, as if closing a deal in Manhattan. "So this is what you waste your time on?" she snaps without looking at me, pointing to the booths. "Mom, this is ridiculous. I came here just to get you to sign the papers already." Her words are knives, but I hold her hand, my voice calm. "Just walk with me, Amanda. Look." She snorts but follows, phone still in hand. I lead her past the booths where kids laugh, neighbors press cider, and Clara dances with a tourist laughing loudly. I grab a cup of fresh apple cider and smile as I hand it to Amanda. "Honey, try this. It's still the best in Vermont." Amanda hesitates, then takes a sip. Her eyes widen and something shifts. A tremor, a memory. "This taste," she murmurs, voice faltering. The cider rushes her back to childhood. At an unbelievable speed, afternoons running barefoot through the orchard, licking sticky fingers, the soft sense of summer. Her roots cry out. Something strong shakes her, like the earth calling her back. She grips the cup without realizing it, eyes on the festival, the people, the music, the genuine joy. For the first time, she hears the birds, sees the faces, feels the simplicity that New York never offered. In the central square, Tom climbs the stage, his hoarse voice telling stories of the farm, how it united the village, how the apple cider became a tradition. Sarah talks about her students, who now dream of having their own orchards. Rosa shares that the jam will pay for her granddaughter's school. Amanda listens, still, the empty cider cup in her hand, eyes shining with something that's not arrogance. And she no longer tries to hide what she feels. Clara calls me to the stage. "Speak, Elizabeth!" Trembling, I step up, my heart pounding. I look at the crowd, then Amanda, and let the words flow, each one full of love and truth. This farm is more than land. It's the home my husband and I built, where we raised our daughter Amanda with all the love we had. When he was gone, I thought the dream would die. But this land held me. Every apple tree here carries our struggles, our laughter, the cider we pressed together. I'm not here out of stubbornness. I'm here because this farm is life. It's community. It's what makes us human. Today, I announce it's a cooperative, so everyone can harvest, love, and live this place as I have. The crowd applauds. Tears streaming down Clara and Rosa's faces, but it's Amanda who breaks me. She cries, face flushed, heels dirty, hands trembling. She runs to me, voice breaking. Mom, I don't know how I was so blind. This cider, this place, I remember everything. She breaks down in tears, hugging me like a child. Forgive me for all my harsh words. I came to force you to sign, but now I see this is your home. I feel my chest open, and I hold her, my tears soaking her hair. You will always have a place here, my girl, I whisper. Amanda looks at the orchard, the cider cup in hand, and murmurs, Why did I want so much money? Where will I grow old? Running in New York? Alone? For the first time, she questions the rush, the emptiness of the city. She remembers her father, his and my effort to raise her, the nights counting stars in this orchard. She sees the people, Clara laughing, children running, everyone rejoicing, and hears a genuine joy so different from Manhattan's fancy dinners. The simplicity disarms her, and she surrenders. After the festival, with the booth lights off, I take Amanda to the orchard, just the two of us under the moonlight. We sit beneath an apple tree, the cool air carrying the scent of apples. Mom, she begins, voice low, I thought I would save you with a new house, with money, but it was me who needed saving. I hold her hand, feeling the girl she once was. You were our miracle, Amanda. Maybe we spoiled you too much, but we always wanted you to find your way. She cries, laughing through tears. I ran so much, and for what? To forget this? This is my home too. She gestures to the orchard, branches swaying. I want to help, Mom. I can use what I know, marketing, to grow the cooperative. I smile, my heart full. You're already part of it, my daughter. I tell her the festival made a profit, enough to start paying off old debts and buy new seeds. We plan to expand the cooperative, more presses, workshops for tourists, even a website Lily wants to create. Amanda stays the weekend, something she hasn't done since she was a teenager. On Saturday, she wakes early, puts on one of my aprons, and helps pick apples, a little awkward but smiling. At night, we sit on the porch, sharing homemade pie, and she talks about the future. Not New York, but how she wants to come back more, maybe run the cooperative with me. I've been thinking a lot about the future. I want to grow old with something that matters, she says, looking at the orchard. Like you. As the stars shine, I feel a peace I can't explain. I thank God silently, my heart overflowing. Thank you for this day. Clara finds me Sunday morning, before Amanda leaves, and winks. See, Elizabeth? The farm won. And it really did, against a resort, against time, against distance. Amanda, my girl, is here, reconnected, the orchard alive again in her heart. I know Samuel, wherever he is smiling. This farm, with its sweet cider, singing birds, and healing simplicity, is more than land. It's love, family, home. And no one, ever, will take that from us.